Hey everyone, Anthony Morgan's Training Academy. Aging. Just because we get older doesn't mean that we're done. Now, just because I'm a certain age doesn't mean I'm old. Okay, it means that I could be more refined. I could be more seasoned. Most of the time you have to look at it and think to yourself, okay, look at all the experience that we have as older gentlemen. Sure, we're going to be a little bit slower and seeing some things. And I say slower in some things. It's what we become passionate about in our, I guess, seasoned years. Okay, sure, I don't do diving rolls over 6 feet of pads anymore. I don't take a lot of hard falls. I don't do hard falls on hardwood floors any longer. Does that mean I'm getting old? No, it means I'm getting smarter. Okay, a lot of times in my younger life, when I was taking, stand up falls on hardwood floors and hurting my elbows just because, doing a back fall, and I equate it to being young and dumb. Now that I've seasoned in life, now I look at the areas that I say, okay, what am I really good at? Okay, how can I polish what I have to make it better each day instead of stagnating and saying, well, I can't do that because my shoulder hurts. Why does your shoulder hurt in the first place? Can you rehabilitate that shoulder by slower movement, by and this is where you have to research to find out how you can improve things in your life. Okay, are you stretching? Are you working hip mobility? Are you working shoulder mobility? Are you hanging? Okay, and I've pointed this out time and time again. If you're not hanging, you should be, because that keeps your spine. It keeps your spine elongated. It keeps your shoulders stretched out so that you don't have shoulder problems. You don't have rotator cuff problems. Um, and the other thing is it gets down to grip strength. Okay, especially when you start getting older, your grip strength starts failing. Now, it doesn't have to be, okay, and it doesn't have to get weaker, but you have to work it. Okay, you have to take heavy sticks. You have to work that grip all the time. Hanging does that. And think back when you were a child and you used to go through monkey bars, and you would just fly right across them. Um, we thought nothing about that. How often do you go to the playground now and go across monkey bars? But see, it's taken a turn to where we think when we get old, we're done, and we are not. We have a lot of things to still polish and still work. And so today's today's video is more about that than it is anything else. Understanding what we're good at, and as the one proverb says, find out what you're good at and get good at it. And that's kind of what it is. Find out what you're good at and get good at it. Okay, whatever these hands find to do it with the best of your ability. So if it's working blade work, understand how to work blade work. Now, there's going to be, not everyone that watches my videos are martial arts people. Sometimes you're just looking for little tips. Sometimes you're looking for entertainment. Sometimes you're just, kind of going, okay, that kind of looks interesting. But the older that we get, the better that we get. Okay, and I say the better. I have guys that train here are in their 70s, and some of them are really scary when you close in on them. And it would be very unfortunate for some young guy to get up against them and say, "Oh, he's just an old guy." For the fact is he's going to be have a change of heart really, really fast. And so, and a lot of that, the confidence that we have as seasoned guys, the confidence we have is because we train all the time. Okay, if I have a bunch of guys around me, a lot of times my confidence is not because of my training. Well, most of it is, but a lot of it is in my vocal ability, and to talk them down, and not talk down to them, but talk down. Okay, and by that saying, you know, it's like if I'm standing there and I'm looking at something in someone or that direction, and the guy says, "Hey, what's your problem? What are you looking at?" A lot of times I go, "Wow, that shirt you're wearing, I remember that back in the 1970s. That was a really cool band. Where'd you get that shirt from?" Now, learning how to diffuse those situations is going to be important, but you have to train that. And that's where the verbal judo really starts coming in. But it's not only about that, it's about having that confidence to walk into a group of guys and dominate that group of guys. Sure, you may get the snot beat out of you, okay? But we still have that confidence, okay? Are you a lion or are you a lamb, okay? And so just because we're older and we're seasoned doesn't mean that we have to be cowards. It doesn't mean we have to be weak. So think about that. Find something that you say, okay, I can train in this. Okay, it can be Tai Chi. It can be any type of a Kung Fu system. The Filipino system I really like because it covers everyday objects, okay? I can fight with a chair as easy as I can fight with a knife. I can fight with a little doll as easy as I can fight with a cup of coffee. And so the Filipino arts really give you that understanding of how to transfer those skills to other everyday objects. So don't give up. Don't give up hope, and don't become couch potatoes to where you just sit around and say, well, my life's gone because now I'm retired. And if you are retired, don't retire. Okay? Find something to do. Find some other activity that you can get involved in. Don't just lay around. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, I deserve to relax and set up. You know, well, we do deserve, but we have to keep busy, and we have to keep helping the younger generation that's coming up. And if we're just sitting around being couch potatoes and watching TV all day, we're not giving back to the community. As senior people, we need to give back to the community and try to help these younger people that are coming up. Because once we die, a lot of that knowledge is going to disappear with us. So we have to make sure we can train those younger generations to continue to carry on, you know, what we've spent a lifetime learning. So anyway, everyone have a good day, and continue to train, and I will see you in the next video.